Don't forget to check out and grab your copy of one of 3 football game plan books: What Did Football Teach Me?, Football: A Love Story, and Stiff Arming Football Myths. You can find them on our website at footballgameplan.com/books. Let's start with some keys to victory for both teams in this ball game. Looking at the New York Giants, it's all about alignment, assignment, and execution. They're going to be very shorthanded in this ball game against the Los Angeles Rams. So defensively, it's about doing your job, being where you're supposed to be, executing at a high level, and getting off the field on third downs. If they can do that, they'll give themselves a chance to win this ball game. Offensively, now that we're going to see Sterling Shepard back into the lineup, I think you're going to have to see him get featured in this offense. Now, you can move him around the formation. He doesn't necessarily have to play the X position. He can play all 3, which allows him to find ways to get open, whether that's short, deep down the field, in the intermediate zone. So find ways to feature Sterling Shepard. I think that's playing winning offense for the New York Giants. And moving over to the Rams in this ball game, offensively speaking, they have to knock the Giants out early. I just talked about how they're going to be without some of their key pieces defensively within the front 7, and a big one on the outside in Janoris Jenkins, who's suspended indefinitely. So if I'm Jared Goff, I'm coming into this ball game with the mindset of working touchdown to check down, to get up quick, to get up early, and to keep that pressure going all throughout the early part of the game, take the win out of the sails of the New York Giants. Defensively, it's about creating creative pressure up front. The Giants don't have as much of a running game as most teams do, so they can get creative in their run blitzes and their stunts to disrupt that area of the offense. And also, we know the Rams are deep and talented and versatile within their front 7 to apply multiple creative pressures against Eli Manning in that passing game, and I think that's the way they can come away victorious in East Rutherford. The biggest X factor in this ball game offensively for the Giants is Eli Manning, the quarterback. He's a veteran. He's the guy they're going to be looking toward to help lead this team through the stormy weather that's going on right now within that organization. So Eli Manning, I believe, has to come in and outgun the young rookie quarterback Jared Goff to keep this offense on pace and help push this team forward. And defensively, I look at cornerback Eli Apple, who has played well in recent weeks, and now he's going to step into that number 1 or number 2 role without Janoris Jenkins. So best believe all eyes will be on him. They're going to try to target him in the passing game, and he's going to have to bring his A game in order for this defense to have a great day against Los Angeles. Offensively for the Rams, I look at running back Todd Gurley. Without a lot of pieces within that front 7 for the Giants, I know they'll still be aggressive and active, but I do think the Rams can have some success running the football, and that squarely falls on the shoulders of Todd Gurley, who has looked spry this season. I think he can continue that in his ball game against New York. Defensively, I'll look at what they can bring to the table from the second level. So I'll look at Mark Barron and his versatility, his athleticism, being able to get out there and cover in the intermediate area, being able to blitz and be a factor applying pressure on Eli Manning. So I think he would have to have a big day in order for the Rams to win. I believe a sneaky start in this ball game, fantasy-wise, is the Giants' defense and special teams. Yes, they'll be without a lot of their key players, and even Janoris Jenkins being out is a big no-no for this pass defense. However, I do like what they bring to the table from the safety perspective. I think they're versatile enough on the back end to overcome the loss of Janoris Jenkins, and I still believe Jared Goff is a guy that can be affected by pressure. So look for the Giants defense to step up, get some sacks, and maybe a turnover or 2 that could really earn you points fantasy-wise. I would also sit Evan Ingram, the tight end. I know that's blasphemous, seeing that he's probably the number 1 option right now in their passing game, but I think the Rams will do a great job in taking him away and forcing Eli Manning to go to those other options in the passing game, like a Sterling Shepard or Roger Lewis. So I would say safely sit Evan Ingram, the tight end. Looking at the Rams, I will put Tavon Austin in your flex position this week against the Giants. I think his versatile skills as a runner and also as a receiver can cause fits for this Giants defense. So I think Tavon Austin would be a sneaky play against the Giants this week in your fantasy lineup. And I would sit Robert Woods. I know he's the number 1 option in the passing game right now, the leading receiver, but I think the Giants can do a great job on the outside with DRC and even Eli Apple in taking him away and forcing Goff to go to other options. So I would sit Robert Woods this week if he's in your lineup. And speaking of lineups, tune in every Sunday, 9 a.m. Eastern time to the Lineup Lock live show on the Fantasy Sports Network to get my expert fantasy football analysis. You can also watch on YouTube Live at youtube.com/FNTSY Sports Network. I like the Giants in this ball game defensively. Even without some of their star players, I believe can do enough to frustrate the pocket around Jared Goff and force some errant passes, maybe force a turnover or two. But offensively, I think this is where people will be surprised with how the Giants come out after a bye. Sterling Shepard back in the lineup definitely helps, along with Evan Ingram, along with a running game that will be a good complement to what they do throwing the football. So look for a complete Giants win in this ball game in a tight, contested defensive battle against the Los Angeles Rams.